Hey, what's up, everybody? Today's video is going to be about the aura that everyone has, right? Um, for a very, very long time, people have always speculated on energy fields and how they might appear, and how everything, whether it's living or non-living, has an energy field around it, which is proven to be magnetic. It's a magnetic energy field, okay? Especially if you're alive, it's moving and changing, okay? It has its own consistency. Energy does. Just like air, you can't see it, but you can feel it. You can feel energy, but you can't really see it, right? So if you think this type of stuff is baloney, you don't believe in it, click off the video. I'm not going to convince you. It just doesn't work that way. You just have to do your own research and stuff. Um, there was this man who died recently, and they turned his Facebook into a memoriam page. And I was reading this thing, and it was the last thing he ever wrote. Was on his Facebook was about the aura and how it changes the world around you. And this is something I've thought about for a long time before seeing this, and it really got me interested in it again. I remember I had just got done rewatching the Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. I just got done watching that, and I hadn't watched it since I was such a little kid, going to Blockbuster and renting it. It was such a big deal to me. And then the thoughts of that, and then reading this, I realized that combination of those two things helped me. Congratulations to the people that decided to stick on this video because they thought it wouldn't get too insane. It's already sounding pretty insane now, isn't it? But the theory is that whatever you generate your mind with alternates the world around you. Okay? Generates the world around you. Like, you can alternate your mind in different ways. Like, let's say I'm obsessed with horror movies. I always watch horror movies. I always wear the color black. I'm like gothic, and I get just tattoos of like bats and just dragons. I'm just obsessed with that type of culture of just kind of darkness, and death. And I'm just a deadhead, I'm just obsessed with that type of thing. I'm going to see all that stuff around me. I'm going to attract people like that into my life to have my tribe on earth, right? I'm going to have, that's going to be my friend group. That's going to be my interest. Those are the movies I'm going to go watch. Those are the advertisements I'm going to see. I'm going to see stuff and hear stuff and feel things that are in that world. What I've come to learn is you can learn to like things that aren't good for you, and you can learn to hate things that are great for you. And this is a problem that most people have. But I'm not going to go into that. The point is the potential of that. The potential of I can fill my brain with positive things and positive thoughts, positive music, positive movies, just positive things in general. And the potential of the thought of like, I can alternate the world around me and make the world around me more positive. That's a very exciting thought to have. I think for some people it's kind of scary. For me, it was a release, it was an escape. And I realized that it works. I mean, I've made countless videos about how mental detoxing and stuff like that, where I would only listen to positive music, which was, in my head, there was music about having fun. Music about parties, music about sexuality, music about joy, happiness, music about love songs. And I would only watch positive movies, which were movies that I thought were inspiring movies, motivative movies, romance movies, comedy movies, comedy action, comedy romance, comedy inspiration, whatever. I would only watch those types of movies. And then, like, on YouTube, I would only watch certain types of videos. Like, I was filling my brain with things that I deemed positive, with comedy, with romance, with that type of imagery, with optimism. Comedy is optimism. Humor is optimism. And so I started to really see the world around me change for the better. I started to see things really move. So the question is, if that represents movement, positivity represents movement, what is positivity? What are things that are positive? Life is positive. Light, love, justice, all those good things that we care about, values, morality. That's positivity, right? So darkness and death and blackness and nothingness is negative. And it's a contradiction to live that way because that's not even life. You might as well not be living at all if you're living like that. You're going to start to generate negative things into your world. It's so cool that this world is... Sometimes people say the world is like a video game or it's like a simulation. This world is cooler than any of that because this is very real. If I punch this wall here, I'm going to feel some type of pain here. This wall will eventually crack. I can make decisions that will alter reality, okay? In a dream, you can think of an apple being on the other side of a door, and it'll be there, especially if you're lucid dreaming. That's the same way this world works, only it's slower. Everybody has free will. People cannot teleport. Things have to be put in certain places, and things need to be done a certain way. Sometimes they'll happen faster, sometimes they'll happen slower, kind of without your help. So you don't have as much control here as you do in your dream, because in your dream, people don't have free will. Like if I say, I want to see my friend on the other side of this door. I want to see her. And I open up the door, and there she is, because that's my dream. But in reality, I'm not saying that can't happen, but she has to make decisions in order to be behind that door. Things have to line up. Things take a long time to happen in reality. Not to say that free will isn't good. It's great. It's what makes this so awesome. But this world is like living inside of each other's dreams. It's a liquid energy dream is what this world is. And that's so cool, okay? When you think about what blood is, what water is, the liquid of life is so amazing. You come into this world in a womb, in the world, your mother's in the world, you're inside her womb, you're already in the world, and you are surrounded by liquid, breathing in that liquid. You don't breathe air until you're outside of it. This world is a forever changing world. It's like, reality is like water. It changes to whatever glass you put it in, okay? You can make your life bigger and better and faster and louder, okay? And brighter, and you can make it way more amazing than you ever thought it could be. But you really have to start to believe it. You know what I mean? If I want to make my world really horrible, I can do that. I've done that test too, where I only listen to sad songs and angry songs and songs about death, violence, and sickness. I only listen to that type of music, and then I only watched horror movies. I just watched horror movie, and I started to see the world around me slow down. It was less progress. Bad things started to happen. I saw it. My friends started to get sick. I saw them a lot less. I was more isolated all of a sudden. Everything that was going good stopped because I wasn't choosing the goodness for myself. You choose what you want to do in this world. You can go by God's way of life, positivity, helping you. When you come here, God already has something set up for you to succeed, not to fail. He sets you up for success. Okay? So, only by your own choice do you fail. If you fail at something, you were probably supposed to do something else. You could still succeed at that thing, maybe after 100 tries, and then you can go do this other way of life. But darkness does not seep in until we choose darkness, okay? Light is life, okay? If you could see into the eye of God, you would see light, liberty, love, justice, joy, happiness, thrill, excitement, entertainment. You would see everything. Celebration, charisma, righteousness. You would see all of those things. Brightness. Okay? So much life. So much life that it's almost unbearable because it's overwhelming of how amazing it feels in a good way. And so, my point for this video is you can take control of your life. You don't need to be in a relationship you don't want to be in. You don't need to be at a place you don't want to be. You don't need to have what you don't want to have. You can have anything you want, have anyone you want, There is no leagues. People say, oh, she's out of your league, or he's out of your league, or, stay in your lane. But you're inside a moving vehicle. That's what your body is. It's a vehicle for your spirit. If you take control of the wheel, you can move into any lane you want to, okay? If you're going as fast as that person, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter. They have to be at such a low vibration that they only care what you look like. Then you're already ahead of them anyway. Find someone better. You know what I mean? Like, you can have anybody. You can be anybody. You can go anywhere you want to go. There is nothing stopping you. If you don't have a car, use a motorcycle. If you don't have a motorcycle, use a bike. You don't have a bike, use your feet. But you can still get to places, okay? You don't have a plane, so it's not going to be as fast as a plane. Think about your reality as in you can make it go faster, right? That's what I said. You don't have a plane yet. Let's say all you have is feet. Walk, okay? Walk until you have a plane. Only by moving and progressing will you achieve what you want. Will you go faster? You don't go faster when you're choosing to go slower. This world is not black and white, but it is controlled by a spiritual realm, which is black and white. So this world is divided within black and white. Sometimes in the light, things happen that are not so clean, and sometimes in the darkness, things happen, which in the darkness nothing is supposed to happen anyway because it is nothingness. So this world that we live in is not black and white, but it is controlled by a realm which is black and white. You understand what I'm trying to say? You can choose to pay attention to whatever you want to pay attention to. You're inside a room with 100 people. Each of those people have their own world. You brought yourself there to be with them. They brought themselves here to be with you. You're clashing. It's universes that are constantly clashing. You can take control of the wheel. You have the keys, okay? As Rihanna once said, shut up and drive. You've got the keys, okay? So, my point is, you can do anything. There's nothing stopping you, okay? You can choose whatever you want to choose. So love the life you live and live the life you love. God gave you life. You don't believe in God? Well, if you believe in what I'm telling you about all this other stuff, how can you not believe in God? God created that. You are the manifestation of God. God manifested you in this world, which he also manifested. Everything that happens here is either done by God or a lack of God. Bad things happen because of lack of God. Good things happen. Literally everything else, all the good stuff, is because of God. He manifests those things in his life. Without God, there is nothing good. So all the excitement you've ever felt, all the thrill you've ever felt doing things that were not good, even the thrill that you felt while doing those bad things comes from God. You're using the life he gave you to do things that are not for him. So do something with your life that makes a positive change in the world, that gets people closer to God. Love people, Like, start saying yes to life. You know what I mean? Motivate people, get people up, inspire people, be inspired. Try to get your passions up and going. This world is really special. Okay? This world actually is very special. I know bad things happen. I know sometimes a lot of bad things happen, one after another. I know that. I myself am struggling a little bit in life right now. But I know that that's not my final destination. There's a saying, like, my current situation is not my final destination, right? Say that a few times. It's true. You can do mantras and you can manifest things. Now, personally, I would stay away from black magic. I know that it works. I've seen it work. I've done it. It's not good. I'd stay away from that stuff. That is darkness. That stuff will bring a lot of bad stuff in your life, and bad stuff will happen. Stuff, okay? So Like, just this alone. Like, hold on. Just, like, I'll tell you something that makes me happy. For no reason, right? Like, why does this make me happy? It doesn't have any reason to make me happy. But it does. Watching this happen makes me really happy because I'm alive. You know what I mean? Like, that's a really beautiful thing that I just witnessed. And I don't know if you can even see the beauty in it. And that's sad to me. It's so special to be alive. There's people that do things that I wish I could do and they're not even happy. And it's like, man, if I got to do what you could do, I would be really happy. I appreciate things. If you don't appreciate something, it goes away. It goes away. It goes to somebody else who actually will appreciate it, okay? So, can you see it? You can't see the strings. There you go. Anyways, that's my video for today, guys. Thank you for listening to me. I urge you to just don't waste your life. You are a being of light. You as a human being are a being of light, of color, passion, fire, all those beautiful things, charisma, the spice of life, romance, respect, all of those really beautiful things, which I think is sexy. All that stuff is so amazing. Don't waste your time watching dark things, thinking dark thoughts with dark people in dark places, right? That's a waste of time. It's a confliction. It's not meant to even be here. And one day this world will pass away. That stuff won't be here anymore. You don't want to go with it. I believe hell is real. I believe heaven is real. All these amazing opportunities that you can do with your spirit outside the body to help the world. All the energy you've built up through learning, through experiencing. You've made your spirit really powerful, hopefully. But all of that amazing power that you've built up in your spirit will not be able to help the world when you die if you go to hell. Because if you go to hell, it doesn't mean anything at all anymore. But if you go to heaven, you can use the power that you have to help the world. You can come back here as many times as you want if you go to heaven. Reincarnation is real. But not if you go to hell. You're not getting out of there. You're not coming back here. All right? So, all of the things that you believe in, and you think it's despite God, it's actually because of God. He's the reason why you reincarnate. He's the reason life exists. Anyways, I gotta go. My dogs are barking. I love you. I trust you. And, amen. I'll be back in a flash.